Showtime. Go live. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Maria Graham, thank you for coming. Yankee sister. Hola, hermana. Hola. Woo. It wasn't as hot in Connecticut today, but there's lots of stuff to do. You'll be in and out of the bushes, but listening. A lot of people were, and a lot of people are going live today. But most people have more than one device, so I guess they'll be jumping in and out. I hope everybody's having a good day. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see, here we go to GQUAT Traditions, where good friends become family and family is everything. I did a few little changes to my channel when you sign on. Other people have been having issues with people who come on your channel and they're just disruptive. They talk about whatever they want to talk about. They just come in not having fun, trying to sell their own channel, their own promotions. Hello, the jewelry spot. Thank you for coming and welcome. I want to show you something, the jewelry spot. I'm working on this recycled denim apron, but one of my subscribers, Auntie Bev Jones, has been making earrings. So, not everybody knows, but I have a lot of stuff for beading and whatnot. I will be doing some beading and some jewelry making at some point in my channel when I get caught up on some of the other things I'm doing. But she made some earrings out of some leftover denim. They were dangly earrings. And then remember the strips that I cut off last week when I was trimming the front of the apron? I was going to put them in the trash. And then I said, you know what? Will be perfect for making dangly earrings. So I'll get some of my wires out and recycle these into earrings. So, how's the weather where you guys are? Is the monsoon in Arizona, Sissy? Or maybe she's not in here yet. Maybe I just thought I saw her. You love that idea, the jewelry spot? Yeah. This She had all these little scraps. I have to go back to her video. I think it was a short, but she had all these little scraps hanging down. Juicing with Jay. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you who don't know that I used to live in California, I live like within miles of where Jay lives. And we had, I think, we had mostly flowers, but we had the biggest avocado tree, the avocados with the smooth green skins. And we used to get maybe 400 avocados a year. And then some of the people that used to, in LA, that at every stoplight, there would be people selling stuff. And at the end of the season, they would come and ask if they could pay us to clear the tree out. So we would let them clear the tree off so that they would remove all of the avocados and we could get a good crop the next year. Dogs aren't supposed to eat them, but the Great Danes and used to love to stand up and get them. So what I was saying is, look at these little pieces. They're already zigzag, so they're not going to ravel. You just showed avocados on the tree. So interesting. I don't know if you know where Linwood High School is, Jay, but our family home was less than a block away from there. Less than a block away from Linwood High School. I used to sell cars in Compton at the Compton Auto Mall when I lived out there. I've had so many jobs. I lived with Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe when I first moved to California in the mid 80s, and they didn't want me to live by myself. They wanted me to learn my way around. So while I was learning my way around, of course, everybody works. So I just got a job selling cars. I had a degree in market. I could sell ice to Eskimo. Yep, you're not far from there, Jay. Yep, Uncle Roscoe and I used to jog up the street, down the street, up Long Beach Boulevard, the the what is it, the swap meet, all those places. Those used to be my hangout spots when I was in that part of California. Then I moved across town, like over by the beaches and whatnot. When I caught on, I wanted to be near the water and a lot of the gyms. A lot of the gyms. So I'm going to save these and get my wires out and maybe some beads. Wouldn't that be cute? How about this? Some denim with, hi, Sissy Joanne Stevens. I was just talking to Juicing with Jay, and he lives in California. And I was telling you that he lives not too far from the family house in Linwood. And he was saying that he just was showing some avocados on his tree. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD chick, is listening. She's listening. Everybody will probably be listening to several channels because everybody's going to be so busy tonight. And good friends become family, and family is everything. I will be trying to catch up with some of them, some of the other channels. You just got home, Sissy? Oh, okay. Hope you weren't out shopping and and uh what do you signing your own groceries out and whatnot. You too, Yankee sister. That's okay. Everybody do what you're doing. I just wanted to show you these, and I wanted to make a confession. The jean apron, the denim apron that I'm making, I actually used to teach classes in aprons. In fact, my baby brother Joe, who's an ex-Marine, oh, getting your locks tightened. Don't say that, sissy. I can't do. I told you I don't. I'm having issues with mine, and then a few of them were coming loose by my face. And for those of you who have locked hair, it's like twisted or curled. And then I get the bright idea to help them out. I was untwisting them, going the wrong way. It's not time to have mine tightened. They're too new. I've only had them 3 weeks. What the heck? What do I know? Unbiased. Rachel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Where is the bell over here? Oh, here we go. I appreciate each and every one of you. Those of you who are totally in the bushes, some of you who are halfway in. And just so that I could show you, Rachel, I know you save all your scraps, but I saw Auntie Bev Jones making earrings out of some of her leftover denim. And these are some of the scraps that I cut last week, and I'm going to make earrings out of mine as well. Hello, Robyn Murphy. Thank you for coming, and welcome, 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 everybody. Some of the other things I'm working on, because I have some other birthdays coming up and people wanted journals. So these are some journals I kind of cut and halfway pressed today. This authentic mud cloth, even with the batting in the inside, it was kind of like soft, like, what do you call it? Burlap. It didn't have enough body to it. Hi, Cheryl Faulkner. I appreciate all of you. And so I put some of the heat and bond stabilizer in it, and I liked it a lot. So these will be customized journals, and I will put the initials of the people getting them on this side, just to show you other things that I'm working on. Robyn Murphy says hello to the chat. And thank you. Marie Graham likes the color of the mud cloth. It's pretty neutral. And as you know, the apron that I'm working on, Cheryl Faulkner, hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And it's like old clothes, whether they're from home or whatever. The the denim that I have a big family, and most of my denim actually comes from my granddaughter, who is married and has a family, and her children are all teenagers, and from the ages of about 6 and 8, they grew like weeds. These are some tall kids. The 20-year-old is like 5'8". She's a girl. The 18-year-old is 5'10". The 15-year-old is a boy. He's 6'2" and a basketball player. So they really grew out of their clothes. And my granddaughter, knowing that I quilt, I didn't even ask her. She just put the jeans aside for me to make something. But when you're saving old things, whether they're mementos or whatnot, my mom, of course, is still living and she celebrated her 92nd birthday. But I was looking to get some of these clothes out to show Rachel. Hello, Diversity. Thank you for coming, Diversity Love. And Sissy, look, these are pieces of clothes that were daddy's. My dad is no longer on earth. Here are like a pair of his pants, some a shirt, and you guys know I love telling funny stories. And there's one piece of fabric. Um, I think it was this piece, and he was in a nursing home, had been there for like a couple weeks, whatever, and the doctor cleared him to go home. He was not changing clothes, or maybe that was mommy's nightgown. We took him home with his nightgown on and a leather coat here in Connecticut because he was not like, no, we'll not pass go, will not collect $200. I'm going home right now, right now. And Sissy, I don't know if you remember this shirt. I When my dad passed, I made memory quilts for everybody in the family. All 5 of the kids, my sisters and brothers that are left, my mom, my cousin Kenny, who's like a brother, and my granddaughter, my daughter. But this was one of Daddy's favorite shirts. It was some kind of wool, but it was so soft. So I couldn't bear to throw these little pieces away. I will, at some point, put them in some type of something that's recycled for memory. And I want to show you, it's heavy, so I have to put it over here for those of you who are collecting your denim to make something. Maybe I could lean this forward. Here's a basket, and I've already deconstructed all these jeans. All these jeans. In fact, the middle seam is cut out of them, the zipper, the fly. So these are ready to use. I'm actually going to put these in a quilt because, like I was saying, most jeans have some kind of elastic in it, and most of these have elastic in them, and I didn't want that in my apron. So this whole basket is actually all cut up. I want to make Rachel jealous. You remember Daddy's shirt? But all this whole basket is cut up into blocks that are 7.5 inches square, because that's the size I'm going to make the blocks for the quilt. And some of them, I'm just showing you how one of the ways to upcycle jeans. And I just love old denim quilts. They're so warm and heavy. And my grandson and son live not too far from the beach. They go to Venice Beach a lot. I lived at Venice Beach for a while. And my son graduated from Venice Beach and Santa Monica College. So even the pieces with the pocket, you see this? Even these are going into the quilt. And I have this whole basket already cut out. Already cut out. But a project for another day. I just wanted you to see what else I have working. Time for a little sip. I'm thirsty. It cooled down a little bit, but it's still very, very warm. Hello, Barb Brownlee. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. So, who's been working in their garden today? Who's working in their garden right now? Probably Yankee Sister, because why? She's always working. And I have a confession to make for both of us. I go out in my garden no later than 8:30 in the morning. She works in her garden in the evening. TT's Urban Pantry. I know you're canning and we'll be canning later on tonight. I will try to stay awake. I'm so pooped out. So pooped out. I get up. I wake up 3:30 in the morning every morning, start bumping around, and then by this time of evening, I'm really out of gas. You've got a little bit of rain right now. Good for you. Good for you. Who's canning besides TT? I have almost everything I need to make chow chow, but it's coming in bits and pieces. So I'm chopping them up, and I have a helper sometimes, and she helps me chop them up, and I'm putting them in freezer bags like the peppers and whatnot. Then I'll wait until the last minute to get the green tomatoes and the more cabbages. You can get cabbage until the bitter end. So, for those of you who don't know TT's Urban Pantry, she's a certified canner. She's taken all of the classes, and she does a lot of canning. So, those of you who are interested in watching can, she even has a jelly machine that, as it's heating the jelly and stirs it around, it just goes around and around. I looked at the price of one, and then I changed my mind. I'm like, I've been canning the old fashioned way for 75 years. Ain't no need to break the cycle. I'll leave that for somebody else. Mike, just do it. It's just like opening your first channel. You start where you are. You can make relish with the cucumbers. You can make a type of a pickle or a relish that you don't have to cook. You just put the peppers in the jar or the cucumbers in the jar, whatever you're canning, and pour the hot brine over top of them. Over top of them. So I just want to make a confession to you guys. Check you guys out in the on the phone. I I am making this upcycled apron just freehand, just to show you guys that you don't have to have. You should go live, Mike, while you're doing it, or you're welcome, TT, or Mike. Maybe you can go live with somebody else. Look, I invite you to go live with TT. You're always up day and night, night and day. She's a certified canner, and she can answer any questions you have on the spot. How about that? How about I volunteer you on TT's canning channel? Barb Brownlee just came in for the garden looking for green tomatoes. Now she's frying herb marinated chicken wings from an early can for dinner. I should show you guys, except they might blow away. I'll show you something funny. Why? Because I'm always doing something. These are, can you see them? Air dried lemon. No, these are the Thai basil. This is one of the mint herbs. I think it's lemon balm. And check this out. All this, can you see it? All this sage. All this sage. So I'm working on Oh my gosh, those tomatoes that Yankee sister brought here the other night. Mike says, come on. Mike, you should go live. I'm inviting you on TT's channel to go live and can so that she can help you. So that she can help you. I will even stay awake. I will even stay awake. So, my confession to you guys, I just wanted you to show you how you use whatever you have. Use whatever you have. And with this apron, this denim apron that I'm making, I actually have patterns. Mike said, never. Never. Mike, you don't have to show your face, show your hands. Wear a mask. How about that? Or a paper bag. You know how back in the day, people used to say, well, if guys or girls were so ugly, they should put a paper bag over their head. Well, do that. But I wanted to show you that I actually have, maybe I have the number on it. Oh, I have a real pattern, a written pattern for making aprons. I didn't want to use a pattern because I wanted to do it freehand and use what I had. So this would have been the neck strap. And when I taught my classes live, I would give the students in the class the pattern to trace, but they couldn't cut on with the pattern on there. They had to trace it on their fabric. Why? Because you never cut straight, whether you have a paper pattern or whatnot. And I didn't want them ruining my pattern. This is actually made out of tea-dyed muslin. And like for this, the necktie, it says cut 1. This was the ties to the apron. It says cut 2. The pocket, I couldn't remember what size pocket I made on these aprons, but I made the size I wanted. How about this? Let's check it out on the apron that I'm actually making, because a pattern is only a guide, like a recipe. You make it whatever you want. So I have this big pocket on my apron. This is the size, but guess what? I don't know whose pocket this would have been. I have a bigger hand, and I wanted to make a apron that would be for a man or a woman or whatever. I am a full-size woman, adult, and I wanted an apron. I see people with aprons that come up to their middle. So I wanted to show you that I guess I could lift this up. So you see this? This is the whole pattern for an apron. You put it on the middle line, but I didn't want to use a commercial apron. This apron probably came from Simplicity or McCall's, one of the commercial ones. And for other people who didn't have a way to make it, that's fine, but I can make something out of nothing. Mike already made fridge pickles, so he wanted to make something you eat. His wife loves relish on her hot dogs and burgers. And I'll tell you something else, Mike, when you make your relish or chow chow, I've used chow chow too. You can use the chow chow in your potato salad, your relish, your macaroni salad, things like that. So let me show you what I've done on the apron. Thursday night, which was a couple days ago, I had all the pieces cut out. You won't be able to see my face for a minute because I'm moving it around. So I took the pocket, I put my little embroidered patch on it. And yes, I have an embroidery machine. I didn't do this particular patch. At the time, I was recovering from some health things. One of my friends who has an embroidery patch made this, but I'm showing it to you because there are lots of people on YouTube here in the garden community who have embroidery machines, and you can just pay them, some of them, or on Etsy to make a patch for you. You know, it can be an initial, it could have your name on it. This was a gift, and it was on some type of flannel background. I never had a use for it until now. So since I'm working on cloth, I put it on here. I handmade the top because you see it's going across, let me see, it's going across my breastises, and I wanted it to cover around. And I sewed the top to the bottom where the pockets are. And after that, Mike said fancy. Oh, thank you. So then I've already started on the handles, and I said this was the neck strap. But now that I looked at the directions, it said to make it 33 inches. I'm looking at the piece I have cut because I have a recycled piece. But this is what I was going to do. Maria Graham says, thank you. Uh, Remember not too long ago, those of you who were here, Auntie Joanne gifted me a whole bunch of leather. So I cut a piece of brown leather that she gave me, and the strap that I had for here, I'm going to extend it and put leather on here. I'm going to sew this on the end. It's already cut. And yes, this little sewing machine will cut through all of this. So let me just measure it. Okay. Just for giggles and kicks. 24, they said 33. So this piece is actually, this leather piece I have cut is 14 inches. So how about I cut this in half? It will be longer, but chop. And then remember those of you who were making key fobs and the lanyards? Well, I had a bunch of these already. So I'm going to put these were for the lanyards to put keys on, because I did not want to put this apron over my head over and over and over again. So I'm going to put this clip on, ta-da, like this. I'm always inventing things. Always inventing things. So I'm going to put this on the ends of the neck strap. The neck strap. And guess what, you guys? This little machine will sew through all of these. I don't know if I'll get to it online tonight because there are a lot of people going live, and I want to give you guys a chance to support the other channels that support us. So this is how this will be going around my neck. And this is, mind you, all recycled stuff except for the leather. The leather is new and a gift from my little sister, Auntie Joanne. So it's going to go like this. Now, I didn't have any grommets, but I did order them from Amazon, and they will be here Monday. So I'm going to put these two leather straps over here. They match the leather on the other. And Here's part of the strap. I'm going to do the same thing. Your phone died, you're back. Okay, Rachel, I will show you what I'm planning for the neck piece because I know you really try hard to keep up and to take notes. So the neck strap, the pattern recommended for the apron, they said 33 inches. I'm using this leftover piece of hem, but let me show you up close what I did. When you're upcycling things, you want to put the old part with the new part and make it match. So they had kind of a gold thread going through where I had my initial. So I went through and put a little kind of the gold thread in here and I edge stitched it. Then I don't know if you saw this part, Rachel Unbiased. This is the pocket, and I didn't show you guys. It's a nice deep pocket, so I could put stuff in it. You know, I could wear this to the swap meet. I could put a CD in here and stuff. This apron is a chef's apron, you guys. Mike. This is this, and I made this one big enough intentionally so that it would fit a man or a woman. And remember, this was not one piece of fabric. This is a recycled jean dress. So this is where I sewed the top and the bottom of the piece of material together. Anybody who's making an apron out of jeans, you're going to have to sew a part on the top to go with the legs and the fly in order to jerry rig the bottom. I have a picture of an apron that somebody had on Facebook, one of the community centers where they had ladies who put them together. So, in other words, I'm going to use Auntie's leather, put this on because when I wash my apron, it'll be in cool water and I will hang it to dry. I'm one of those people. I have a helper. She's supposed to help me do laundry and stuff. I don't let anybody do my laundry. The only person who helped me with my laundry ever were my sister Joanne and my granddaughter Sharita. Oh, and my daughter Sonia. When I was in a situation where I couldn't do my own, because they understand I don't put everything in the washer and everything in the dryer. Oh, Coco Golf won. Uncle Roscoe, you guys, is a tennis buff. Tennis buff. That's going to be awesome strap around your neck to catch the apron. Thank you. Thank you. I have to tell you guys, you know, I'm always telling stories. I had a tennis lesson one time and there was a guy teaching me. So of course it's like with the golf and you go over there, he's standing too close to me, you know, and back showing me how to do the swing. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Happy Saturday, Gina. Thank you for coming and welcome. I was watching you this morning on UGC channel, and I don't know where you were going. You were driving for a long time. And then I had to leave and get ready for tonight. So the guy was helping me with the golf, and played tennis, and he was showing me the swing. And then I was so distracted. He went on the other side of the net, and he, you know, I don't know what you call a volley. He hit the ball towards me. I went up to give it a mighty swing. The ball hit me right in the middle of my freaking forehead. Right in the middle of my forehead. That was the end. That was the end of my tennis lessons in my tennis days. Uncle Roscoe can play any sport, though. Matthew Whittington, thank you for coming. Apron for cooking dinner. Yes, y'all, as Mr. Homestead Hart would say. And it's coming right along. I just wanted to chit chat with you guys. So the next step on here, I have already kind of pressed the edges down. on the apron. I have all the parts cut. I've got the neck. This will be the strap. Mind you, I'm using bits and pieces of recycled fabric. I'm not going to have the perfect size. So this was the neck. You see, I'm going to put the leather on both sides. I'm now sewing with gold thread. Why? Because there was gold in this little logo. It's not gold, it's kind of yellowish. There was gold in here in this little embroidery patch. So the apron strap, I could tell, was not going to be long enough. So I had these two pieces. I pre-pressed these. So I have to decide whether I'm going to take this and put it in the end, because where it ties, it doesn't have to be really long, and make it like this, but it will fit. I'm doing this to show you guys how to take what you have and make it work. So this, I know, is not 30 inches long, because you want it to be able to fasten in the back and not be tight and choke you, especially if you're snacking and eating while you're cooking. Mike's always cooking something. And then I will have all of the pieces and a few extras. And of course, the piece that I'm going to make the earrings. So I'm going to show you. I hope this light isn't too bright. You guys tell me. Yeah, I don't like that bright light. That's making it worse. I'll do this, and I'll kind of sew on an angle. And what I did on the edges of this apron, I'm just going to turn it under. It's rough cut. I cut it with pinking shears and just turn it under and sew it down. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I missed something. Joanne Sue said she did it. Yay. Oh. Okay. I don't know how many of you are not golf, tennis stars. So congratulations to Miss Goff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, back to this apron. We have a few more minutes. Well, I will just do it until Rachel, I have to call you because I know there's a way to set up my cell phone and other cameras so that I can show you guys closer to my hand. And I don't know whether my belt is going or my engine needs oil, but this machine is sewing slow. But guess what? It's sewing, and I need to keep track of it. So I'm just going to be going and talking to you guys so that you can see Levi Strauss and whoever else is making jeans these days. Wrangler, you got nothing on Auntie Ellen. And this machine is easily sewing through 1, 2, 3 layers. 3 layers. Hola, Lorraine T. Now, Lorraine T has a workhorse. Any of you who are thinking about buying a sewing machine and you don't know what to get, I recommend getting a vintage machine, a straight sew machine for your extra machine. You can get one relatively inexpensive compared to some of them. And why? Because they sew through anything. You saw that leather that I took out that I'm going to put in this apron. That's not going to be anything for this machine to sew through. So I'm going through the machine that Lorraine just bought, the Spartan. There's a channel that shows it sewing through. I'm back stitching a little bit, showing it sewing through 3 layers of leather. Just a little machine that's not much bigger in size than this one. It is heavier than this Singer Featherweight. Why? Because it has a much heavier motor. Can you guys see my face? My little facey? So I'm sewing this edge down. So this is just an old dress that's going to be upcycled to an amazing apron. Hola, her second hermana. I understand that Lorraine might be back at the scene of the crime here in Connecticut soon for by Christmas or something, she said. So now I am sewing the other edge. And by the way, when I sewed these 2 pieces of the apron together, the top and the bottom, I actually pressed the seam open. I pressed it open so that it wouldn't be any bulk on the inside. Now I'm sewing around the other side. Rachel, you mean you're not doing any hair this afternoon on a Saturday? It was so hot in Connecticut, you guys, this week that the schools were only open a half a day because a lot of them in some jurisdictions, like where Yankee's sister lives, don't have air conditioning because Connecticut is what's supposed to be a cool state, New England, where people go to cool off in the summer. Well, this summer, Mike must have sent some of his hot weather from Minnesota because it got pretty uncomfortable at times. So I turn this over, and this is a small machine. It's called a Singer Featherweight. It's an antique machine, but it is really, really powerful. I have bigger machines, but like some of the new modern machines that are plastic, they don't sew through. Like I'm sewing through all these 6 seams in this denim right now. It's not even blinking. It's not even blinking. If I did it with that little brother, I'm not knocking brother. I'm just saying the difference in modern machines, it would have a problem sewing through all that. But for the power and the size, and this little machine I can take anywhere. I take it on the plane, on the bus. I don't take it when I go to Arizona though. Why? Because Auntie Joanne has one and I use hers. In fact, hers is sitting where I left it last year when I was there in the room, just waiting for me to get back. Just waiting for me to get back. And her little dog, poor little Angel, she'd come upstairs looking for me, my bedroom. When I left, she'd go to the bottom of the stairs and just howl and cry because she was looking for me. But the story with Angel is that Angel is Mr. Hershey's daughter. So when she was born in Connecticut, and then she didn't go to California until my daughter actually went out there. You did hair this morning, Queen. I wish you were here to help me get some of my twists together, Rachel. Continue on with the apron, Miss Ellen. Going to make these Christmas gifts. Oh, some of these journals. Well, a couple are birthday presents. I'm starting on my Christmas already. Mike says it's 62. It's cold there, no middle ground. It's either hot or cold. I make almost all of my gifts, Barb Brownlee. But when I try to buy things for people, what are you going to buy them? They work, you know, and they don't need anything that money can buy. So I just make things that money cannot buy, and that's something that is handmade. So just now, while we were sitting here, I want to show you underneath the arms of the apron. So I'll turn it this way. I just sewed it down. You see this? This looks like it was bought in a store. You see how neat those stitches are? They almost look like we got them from Levi Strauss. 100 on Tuesday. Yeah, Yankee's sister said it's muggy and humid. She lives not far from me, but she's in the mountains and it's a completely different what do you call it? A mini zone or something like that. That's not the word I'm trying to say. So now I'm turning the top down, and you see that old jean dress. Rachel and Vice LLC. I know you got several pounds of jeans that you bought. I'm challenging you to make a denim apron. You know what I like about denim aprons? You can use them. You know how some aprons start looking grimy after a while because maybe you were cooking barbecue sauce or something? The traditional like white aprons and whatnot. These denim aprons, boy, they'll last forever, just like a pair of jeans will. And they look cool for men or women. I just like them. I've always wanted a denim apron. I can't say one because I could have gotten one, I guess. But I always intended to make one and I never did until now. So now I am. And I'm showing you guys how to upcycle it. 70 degrees, dropping to 55. We had some 50s last week. Last week. So Auntie Joanne's showing off because I was whining about my locks looking a mess, Rachel, and those of you who are into hair, and it's not time for me to do anything with mine. So when I look at her later on or do a FaceTime or we have a family meeting, she'll be sitting there with her perfect locks down to her waist, showing off, stinking showing off. I love my sister. So now I'm backspacing through like 8 layers. 8 layers. So Rachel, I think that I know that Kenmore didn't do what you wanted it to do, but I'm hoping you get a vintage machine like a Spartan because it's such a heavy duty machine. So what I'm doing now, you guys, I'm folding down the top part of the apron where I'm actually going to put the grommets when I get them from Amazon on Monday or whenever it gets here. I was kind of annoyed for my canning. I used to have a lot of metal bowls. I don't have them now. So I broke down and I ordered a 40 quart stainless steel bowl for my canning, especially my chow chow. And it was supposed to be delivered today. Then they sent me a little message saying, "Oh, it's going to be late. It'll be between September 9th and September 14th." You know, if there was some place I could just walk out and pick up a 40 quart bowl, I would. But 40 quarts is hard to come by. So I just have to wait for them. But I'm annoyed because I was going to do some canning and I had I want to say the best tomato sandwich from the tomatoes the Yankee sister dropped off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're looking for another vintage machine. Oh, unbiased. That's why I'm telling you about the Spartan, because people are not aware of that machine. You can often get a Spartan for $100 and less. $100 and less. I wish Lorraine T. I don't want to. I don't want to say this. These featherweight machines easily sell for 300 and 400. I saw just a regular one of these that was painted red. You know, I have the one that's blue, and the woman wanted $750 for it. $750 for it. She said her husband worked in the automotive industry and painted it for her. Blah blah blah. I don't care if he painted it with his blood. That's in the budget. Rachel, look on what is it? Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. People are not aware of the Spartan. The Spartan is a workhorse. Oh no, 750 nothing. I wouldn't pay 750, but I want you to see the top of the apron that I sewed just since I've been with you guys. This is the pocket. This is the top. Now we're going down. Now we're going down the sides. No, Rachel, I don't know. Lorraine T, just put a yes or a no if I can tell what you paid for your featherweight. This I didn't pay. I didn't pay. I didn't pay anything like that for this. I bought this machine. I bought this particular featherweight, Bessie. I've been using her almost every day for the last 25 years. And I bought her, she was like new, from a seamstress who didn't use it because she had big machines in her shops. And this was like a toy that she had at home. And I paid $100. Lorraine said yes. Lorraine got one like this famous singer featherweight for, I think she told me, $60, and it came with a case, a lime green case. It runs, and then she paid for shipping. Barbara says, I'm hilarious. Other people are always telling me that. I'm dead serious. I'm serious. The kids say, Nana, you're the funnest Nana. That's just me. I'm just a silly rabbit. But you know what? That's because I'm happy. Happy is as happy does. I don't do anything that doesn't make me happy. And like Mona sipping some soil said, and bye bye. You doesn't want to be there when Auntie Ellen ain't happy. When Auntie ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right? Nobody. So now the top is done. You see the secondhand rose machine, apron coming together, and she's going to be designer. Designer. My daughter was in London about a month ago, and she was in some fancy shop near Buckingham Palace, and she saw a, and I think it was a tote and over a night bag, and she said, "Mom, can you make me one like that?" Of course I can. Auntie Ellen can make anything. Anything. That's the one you got on. Oh, you got it on Offer Up. Did you see that, Unbiased, Rachel? I don't know. You and Lorraine T better get together. Maybe the lady has another one. Another one. But when you find a deal, you find deals. You find these machines on the side of the road. This machine is all metal. You can take all the parts off, all the decals, even if it's rusted out. You can soak it in kerosene for a couple of months and then put it all together, and it works again. And they put the decals on it. But honestly, I recommend a Spartan. Uh, Miss Lorraine, I'm not calling nobody no hussies or anything like that. No, I wouldn't do that to my sister. This one also got a Spartan, Rachel. She got a Spartan and a featherweight in the same month. Okay. Okay. As Rachel says, okay. So now we are doing the sides going down the apron. You see this? This would cost a fortune. And I'm going to put it down here because it doesn't belong all high up on my neck. The straps are going to be long. With the leather on them. These would be cute. This leather on some overalls too, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they, Rachel? So this is the look we're going for, kind of like the overalls look. I think that was Mike or somebody else's suggestion, which gave it to me. And then when I put the grommets in when they come, I'm going to put a hole on each side, reinforce it with something, maybe even a piece of leather. And it's going to be here. It's going to be so cute. I'm so excited. Nobody will have a jeans apron like mine. Nobody, nobody, nobody. Mike, you better jump in on that deal and get you a machine so you can be making some stuff for wifey while the food is on the grill. Oh, how silly. Silly me. I'm looking for the thing for my neck. It's on my neck. Lorraine T says that looks sharp. So just so that you can see, this was several layers because it was at the hem and sew. Just to show you guys what these machines do. One thing, a little tip I want to tell you guys, when you're sewing against leather, I always put just a little bit of glue to hold it on the ends. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue, a little bit of glue. Thank you, Sissy. And thank you for the leather, Sissy. You're the best sister. Why does this look so dark? Okay. So I put a little bit of leather on this end. And I'm just squeezing it for a minute. I didn't say I put a little bit of leather on that end. I'm glad David Corey's not here, although he's probably somewhere sneaking around the bushes. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Remember when I said the Zigzag Sisters? I meant to say whatever it was I was supposed to say. And he was corrected, the old Auntie Nana. But it's all good. It was all in fun. All in love. Okay, so now that's where your glasses be what I'm looking for them on top of my head. Oh, that's my other famous one. That's my other famous one. So I don't know why I glued that. So it's not stuck. I actually want to put the denim on both sides of it. And if it doesn't sew through 2 pieces of leather and 4 pieces of denim, I'll just move it down a little bit. But let's just see. Let's just see. Why? Because I'm a daredevil. Good luck, you guys. Good luck, you guys. You guys are going to find it because you know what? People don't know about the Spartan. And not everybody is looking for a featherweight. So I'm going to increase my stitch length, and let's see what she'll do. I might have to help it with my hand, but that's okay. It's doing it. It's doing it and doing it and doing it. But I didn't have to sew through all of these. I just wanted to. Okay. So now I'm back stitching. I need to call the featherweight shop too. So now it's sewed through all of those. And I'm going to put, oops, Oops, that's almost stuck already. Well, Auntie Ellen. So, I hope it has cooled down some in Texas. You guys were having brutal weather. So now I sewed that side of the neck strap with a jean hem and 2 slices of leather. I actually have an industrial machine over there in the corner. It was our grandmother's, but I haven't had the need to use it. I'm actually going to use it like you use a long arm because it's a table, but this one I can show you guys what I'm doing. This machine, you guys, would not be struggling, except I have special denim needles. I have special denim needles. I sent some to Best Yet Journey. They're like, they say for denim or leather. There are special machines needles that will cut through this like butter. But I think I have at least a 14 in here. At least a 14 in here. But this is what these old machines. I'll tell you what. Don't go get one of those new little plastic machines at the store and think you're going to be doing this, because you won't. You'll be going back there crying. So look, what I'm going to do now is at the bottom of each one, just secure this little thingy, this hardware, so that it doesn't jingle around in there. So let's go do that part. This is exciting. This is exciting. And Rachel, just for the record, I wouldn't give up on that Kenmore either, because a guy that told you that it would cost you $350 to fix it, that $350, I guarantee you, was part of his labor. If you substitute your labor in there and get the parts, it can be fixed for quite a bit less than that. And it will be like a one of a kind, something that you keep for yourself. And it will be something, or it may not even be worth your energy. You know, you have to pick your battles, pick what you want to do. So you can rest assured that I won't be selling this apron. I can't wait to wear it. This apron will be here when I'm gone. And it's a one of a kind. It's a one of a kind. Don't worry, sissy. I can make you one. We can get some jeans when I'm out there for Auntie Joanne drives me all over Arizona. I'm in the back seat like driving Miss Daisy, right? Driving Miss Daisy, her and Uncle Roscoe. And every week, I want to say about 3 times a week, we go to the secondhand stores, we go to auctions, we hang out. We just have so much fun. I can't wait to get there. But my time will be reduced significantly because I have to polish silver. Tried to inherit her the family silver, and she won't polish it. She's waiting for me to get there. Her and Uncle Roscoe. So I'm just showing you guys what you can do with bits and scraps. Oh, let me tell you, Rachel, where to get, and all of you who like to recycle, upcycle. I never bought leather. Well, no, I can't take that back. I have bought leather, but I bought leather brand new too from like different leather companies, which is what Auntie Joanne did. You know what I got used for leather? I get old leather coats at the thrift store, especially those big lady leather coats that they got, and the leather pants. Oh my Lord, why would they make leather pants size 42? But some of us who got big boom booms, the leather pants, they're not wearing them anymore, and they're nice leather. I go there and I get them. And I go to the big sizes. I go to the plus sizes to get stuff. The last leather I had, I used the last little bit of it in my journals. It was the hood. Sister, you know that leather jacket? I had one, Daddy had one, and Uncle Bill had one just like it. That was the hood to that, because when I moved somewhere, I didn't wear the hood anymore. That was to that old coat. The leather and yeah, the leather dry rot, so I leave them at the store. Oh, in your area. Oh, it's so hot. So guess what, Rachel? They got at Joann's and the other stores, they have some pleather that looks just like leather. It looks exactly like. In fact, I have some of it over there in the trunk. I have a couple of old. No, I don't have a couple here anymore. I used to collect antique wooden trunks, and I have one. It's one of the smaller ones because when I downsize. So check this out, you guys. I could take this strap and do anything with it. I could take to this strap and put it on a handbag or a tote. How about that? Boom. Lorraine T says, boom, boom. So check this out. You know what? I am having so much fun inventing. How does GT Junior says, trust the process? Trust the process. So look what happened to this old dress. This old dress. I'm going to go a little bit boom, boom. Yankee sisters, your mother used to say that. Yep. So, okay. So don't use leather. Unbiased. And you can take 2.5-inch blocks. They're tiny and turn them inside out. This, oh, the part fell out. But the apron that I had a little square to go instead of grommets, and it had 2.5-inch wide. You could just use cloth, just plain cloth. Use what you have and use what's appropriate in your circumstances. That's what I say. This is just like a menu, a recipe. It's just a suggestion, a start. Make it your own. Make it your own. So what I'm doing now is turning down the straight sides now that you see what I did. And now this is about, it may be a little longish, a little long, but I'll figure that out for the where this is going to attach when the grommets get here, because the grommets are not going to be up top. They're going to have to go down where I can get it into a couple of thicknesses of fabric. So this is how it's going to be. I could actually sew this as is, but I want the details to show. I want the metal grommets to show after I went through so much to get it. Or I could put something in the back to make it a little shorter, but this would fit a big dude. Mike, I don't know how tall you are. Some of you guys that want an apron or like to barbecue. So, Rachel, I'm going to keep this on my neck. Keep an eye on it for me, Rachel, in case I get lost over here. So, this is the cutest little recycled apron. Now, I'm going to sew either the left or the right straight side. I don't know which it will be, because what looks like the right to me sometimes is the left for you guys. So we don't even care, do we? Not a rat's not. We don't care. We just know it's one, or if it's not one, it's the other. And me and Bessie and me, we've been hanging every day for about the last 25 years. I do something every day, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Sorry, you guys, but have to keep my hand there to guide this straight. So we're just summarily, we sew along, sew along, sew along. Merrily, we sew along. Oh, yeah. I think I was in the bushes. I saw you singing last night or on the replay, Rachel. They were on Friday, the Big Rooster Show Friday. They were hilarious. They were hilarious singing. I fall asleep like after this and wake up in the middle of the night watching TV. Or when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I start watching YouTube on the big screen and laughing and laughing. So I'm proud of this little upcycled apron. And you guys, some of these little projects, because a lot of my quilting projects are big and take months to do, so I do these little projects in between to share with you guys or to motivate you, inspire you. And it makes my work interesting. It gives me a break in between from those big projects. I'm working on a really big quilt project, but it's going slowly for different reasons. And I have all these little projects. I'm sewing through 8 layers of denim right now, you guys, with Miss Bessie. And about, I guess I have about a 16 needle in. Okay, so now this side is done. Just so you can see. This looks like you bought it from the store. You see that nice little, that's what I love about a straight stitch machine. It makes the perfect stitch. You would be singing your heart out. You be singing. You be singing. Hey, Auntie Bev Jones, your ears must be burning. Burning to the left of you. Burning to the right of you. Because, uh-oh, I don't know where I put them, but I have bored these young men and ladies about your denim earrings, and I already showed them all my strings, all my denim strings that I have cut out to make my earrings. But you'll just have to take my word for it and go back to the beginning. I have been showing those strings all night long, because I hadn't thought about making any earrings. I have all the jewelry stuff, all the beading stuff to make earrings and beads and whatnot. I just haven't done it. Just haven't done it. I only have 2 hands, and I am always doing something. Okay, so what I'm doing now is doing the other straight side. Why? Because I want to have this part finished for you guys to show you that it's only been, let's see, I worked on this apron maybe a half an hour on half an hour. Look at all these thicknesses here. I want you to see all these thicknesses. It's like 2, 4, and I'm turning it under. So that's 8 thicknesses that I'm sewing with little Miss Bessie, the name of my sewing machine. The name of my sewing machine. So I'm pushing my thread in the back so that it won't tangle. I'm going to get up in this corner. I'm not going to start where that big, super big 8 pile hump is. I'm going to start further down and then backspace up to it. try to. Okay, so now we're going forward. Okay, girlfriend, catch your breath. We got over that little hard part. Let's go for it. Here she goes. We're almost done. Almost done. I even have my little label ready. The little ends are all pinked out with the pinking shears, not the zigzag shears, but the pinking shears for the farmers that be calling me out on it. Oh boy, we have fun. We have so much fun, you guys. It's like being with my real family. You are my real family. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. So, Mike, you can sew these jeans, or you can get your jeans and just try it. Just try it. Auntie Joanne, when I get to Arizona, I'm going to get that treadle out live and see if I can make it work. How about that? Would you guys like that? Auntie Joanne has a vintage treadle sewing machine. It's a Singer that one of her belonged to one of her friend's mother, and when the mother passed, they saved the Singer for me, and it's out in Auntie Joanne. Do you need to make some more labels? You might just order some. I can make these. I bought. They're just little thin ones, but for little things, of course I could make some on my embroidery machine, but that's so time consuming. And these, I just want to have something. I bought these like 500 at a time, and they're so little, and I put them on little things like mug rugs, table runners, things like that don't warrant, it takes time and effort, and because of the time it takes, you guys who don't sew, to make a label by hand, and nobody wants to pay $25 for a label. You can do it on your own for your own quilt or your own handbag or something, but is it worth it in the marketplace? Usually I would say not. So now this side is done. Now the only edge that's raw is the bottom, and I've already pre-pressed it, so that I could do it live with you guys tonight. So now I'm turning the hem under. Wow. I don't know if it's going to stitch through all of that. I was looking to see if there was a way that I could thin it out, but we will find out. We will find out. The first Singer she ever used was a paddle treadle, Nikki. Sister says, how about that? Let's go. I need some too. Nice label. I need to make some more labels. Yes, unbiased. That might be your next thing. You can have those running on all those machines you have. Or did you embroider them, or did you do them on your Cricut? Rachel, I'm curious to know. Curious to know. Even though curiosity killed the cat. Just being a silly rabbit. So now I'm turning you under. I'm trying to figure out where to get started. Okay. You embroidered some and did some on the Cricut. Oh, I have a secret, you guys. I have a secret. I have, I have, somebody's going to have to dare me. I have a brand new Cricut. I have, it's a Cricut too. I bought it when it first came out. It was about when I was moving in this apartment and I didn't know what I was going to be doing. And all these drawers, I have to, I have to buy some more vinyl, but there is no reason. Rachel, look at this. I have Cricut transfer tape. I have t-shirts. Look, bundles of t-shirts ready. I just need to do it. I just need to do it. But I'm hoping, I've got sweatshirts. But I don't have a lot of vinyl. I only have white and black. I have to order some vinyl. But I've got aprons, little commercial ones. I've got all this stuff. I just have to do it. I only just have two hands. Just two hands. Two hands. Uncle Roscoe likes to do stuff with us when I'm out there. When I go live from Arizona, we'll be doing some family arts and crafts and DIY. Uncle Roscoe likes hummingbirds. There's a hummingbird retreat out there that I might have to freshen up. Did you guys who like hummingbirds, do you know there is a hummingbird? I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a retreat every year in Sedona, Arizona, where people come from all over the country to look at hummingbirds. It's a hummingbird retreat. They have museums, everything. I think I will start in the middle of here because the ends are so thick, and if they don't go all the way down, it's no problem. No problem. And I can always hand sew it if it's too thick on the very ends of the last two seams of sewing this apron. And I'm really proud of the little stitch that's on the side because it looks like just like you bought a pair of nice, not raggedy, not from Wally World, but nice jeans that you'd wear to, say, a Beyonce concert or something. Those kind of that kind of nice. Okay, so here we go, rolling along, left, right, left. Here we go. I usually make the pins so I can keep going and sew past them, but I didn't because this is not the side I usually sew on. So this is like you big truckers. Yes, I have driven a 25-foot truck with a tow dolly in my car on it from the west coast to the east coast by myself through the mountains and stuff. Lorraine T misses her hummingbirds. And then going up those big mountains and going down those scary hills. So I'm going to get my speed up to go up this big mountain of a seam that I have on the end and see if I can make it. Go for it. Go, Auntie Ellen. Go. I did it. It did it. It did it, you guys. It sewed through like 8 layers of denim. Whoa. Oh, Bessie. You're so sweet, baby girl. You are so sweet, baby girl. I want to show you guys. And when you're turning the hand wheel, you guys, remember always only turn it forward. Look at this, you guys. Do you see all those thicknesses I just sewed through? Whoa. So I didn't do the other end. I started sort of in the middle of the hem because I wanted to have my speed up when I got to that big hill. So now me got to do this, Mon. Me got to do this going up the next one. Okay. Ta-da! Almost finished, you guys. I just got to get up this last little hill. This last little hill. But Lorraine, your Spartan is much more powerful than this machine. And why? Because the motor is 3/4 times bigger. It's talking in your background. She'll check back. Okay. So we're going to do this last little hill. And I'm so proud of you, Bessie. You didn't embarrass me on live YouTube. Where's my foot pedal? It slid away. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I know that some of you are in the bushes. I know that you're watching multiple channels. I still appreciate you. This foot has rest. When I was going up the hill, I was so excited. I was pushing the gas so hard. I pushed the foot thing out of reach. Here we go, darling. I'm sorry. We had to get our steam up to get up that hill. I think I can. I think I am. Like Thomas, the engine. Okay, we're going up this big hill again, you guys. I don't know. Will we make it? Will we make it? Ah, we made it. We made it. Yay! Hershey, you didn't come see what I was yelling about. We did it. So, you guys, the cutest apron in life is done. All I have to do is put I don't know why I have it all up my neck because we know it's not going up there. It's going down here, but I have to wait for the grommets to get here and decide where it fits because it does have a waistband and I want it to be somewhere near where my natural waist is, which looks like it's about here. So this is just about perfect. Ta-da! Yes, 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 y'all. So this is the Auntie Ellen apron. I can go in the garden. I can put my spoons in it. And I don't know if I showed you maybe. And even these pockets that were already on there. Let me get closer. Even the pockets that were already on there. Thanks, everybody. They were sewn in blue thread. I know that I did say it, but for those of you who just came in, and I put the gold yellow on it. Why? To connect the old sewing with the new, because before it was sewn in this color blue. So now that it's all sewn, it's in the same color. So Thursday when we meet, you guys, I will be wearing my apron. I might be canning something. I need to cook something. I need to learn how to set up some more cameras and not trip over them when I'm cooking, or pour olive oil down my legs like I've done on some of my lives. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And please, if you haven't done so, like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on, and share if you like the video. Thanks for coming. You just bought a grommet tool yesterday from Harbor 8 for $3.99 with 100 grommets. Ah, man, I I I didn't go to Harbor Freight. I was too lazy. I had to go do some other shopping today, Rachel. I think I spent $9.99 on Amazon for 10 sets of grommets. But they're the 1 inch, they're the 1 inch grommets, so I got the real big ones. But I didn't have to walk all over the place and tire myself out, so I couldn't make it to you guys. Love you. Ego amote, mother. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. See you Thursday, 4 p.m. with a finished apron designed by Auntie Ellen.